As you may have already noticed, audio and MIDI events are two of the most important aspects to arranging and creating your final project. They represent the actual creative heart of all your projects. And it is these two components that you will spend most of your time editing, arranging, and conforming to your individual ideas and creative needs. So in this movie tutorial, we are going to cover the methods used to edit and handle these events in order to help you turn that idea you have in your head into a sonic work of art. Audio and MIDI events are always shown within the project editor window. It is here where you see all your tracks and all the events that correspond to those tracks. The events themselves are displayed as building blocks that contain either audio or MIDI data within them. Using the provided tools, you have the complete freedom to manipulate these events in any way you like. How and when you use this freedom is the key to fast and efficient editing. So let's take a closer look at just how easy it is to use these editing and arrangement features. First, when dealing with audio events, you'll notice a few distinct characteristics about the audio events themselves. On each side, you have both resize handles and volume fade handles. These allow you to quickly resize the entire event, as well as adjust a fade in or fade out for this event. In the middle, you have an overall volume handle, which is very handy when you just need to adjust the volume of a specific section of an audio track. There is no need to go into any sample editor to make such minor adjustments. MIDI events do not have these features, since this type of data is edited as controller data from within the MIDI editor. Next is the event movement. You have the ability to move your events as freely as you like within the project timeline. If you remember the timeline movie tutorial, activating the snap to grid function allows you to guide your movement with much more accuracy, based on whatever timeline format you choose. As you're moving events around, if you find that two or more events need to overlap, or you need to do a crossfade over two events, simply overlap them and press the X key, and a crossfade is automatically created for you. Once the crossfade is created, you can easily move, resize, or even edit other detailed parameters for the crossfade. If you need to crossfade multiple events, just highlight all the events that are overlapping, and Nuendo will create a crossfade for each event. Very easy, yet very powerful. We'll cover this area in more detail in the next movie tutorial. Another useful feature is the ability to group events into what are called parts. Parts allow you to work with a group of events as a whole object. To do this, you simply highlight the events you want and choose the Events to Part option from the Event Context menu. If you need to make a part become its separate events again, then just choose the option to dissolve part from the same menu, and you're back again to its original events. Other useful information for events are found at the top of the project window. First, you'll find a large black display bar that contains detailed information about the currently selected event or events, like the name, start and end points, length, and volume. You also have the ability to colorize your events, which can help give you a better visual layout of your song. Now that we've covered the basic methods for handling and working with event data, I want to take a few moments to show you a few tips and tricks that can help give you even more flexibility. The first one of my favorites is called the Edit mode. This gives you the ability to place events accurately in place with visual cues or spots. Activating this mode in the transport menu allows Nuendo to play back the current video file in real time as you adjust the position or start endpoints of an event. So as you move your mouse in the event around, the video plays back in sync, according to whatever direction you are moving in the timeline with the mouse. This gives you a unique opportunity to see where you are going to place or trim the event to ensure that it's visually in the right spot. This is really useful when you want to put more focus on the feel of something versus sometimes being overly accurate using timecode positions. Another way to place events accurately is to use the Edit mode in combination with the Move to Cursor option. First, you dial in or move to a specific timecode position. Then you highlight the event you want to move, and choose the Move to Cursor command or Control Command L on the keyboard. This instantly moves the event to the current playback cursor position. This is a perfect complement for when you need absolute timecode accuracy in your placement. So let's take a look back for a second. If you remember the previous movie tutorial on the tools for editing audio and MIDI, and you combine that with some of the methods I've explained over the last few minutes, then you can begin to understand the power behind editing in Nuendo. Its clean and straightforward approach eliminates any confusion or disorientation from too many menus and sub-windows to manage. Nuendo's interface truly allows you to stay creative while accessing all the functions and commands that you would expect out of a high-end workstation. And remember, the key to really becoming efficient in editing and arrangement is to experiment and find new ways to combine certain commands and methods. There is never really a set formula to achieve the results you want. Try new ways of approaching your tasks, and I'm sure you'll find Nuendo will surprise you over and over again.